Late at night, phone screen glows. Notification pile, unread, ignored. You scroll, restless, seeking something. Life feels heavy, yet strangely empty. Days blend, routines choke silently. Is this what you wanted? Or are you just drifting? Something stirs, faint, beneath the noise. A shift you can't name. Most miss it, chasing distractions. They lose control, surrender to chaos. Energy drains, unnoticed, every day. Seneca whispered, "You live as if by accident." Left. But what if this unease is not failure, but a signal, a call to reclaim your power? When did you last pause? Truly pause and look within. Something's coming, quiet, unshakable. But before the signs unfold, listen to one man's story. He stood where you stand now. City hums, cold rain falls. Er man sitzt, disk clatter. Papers stack, deadlines loom heavy. Phone buzzes, another urgent demand. He grips the pen, knuckles white. Words blur, chest tightens fast. He types fast to prove himself. Each keystroke a plea for control. Hours pass, no progress made. He stands, walks to the window. Rain streaks glass. World moves on. Why does effort feel empty? He breathes, slow, eyes half closed. A thought surfaces, sharp, unbidden. Epictetus. You control only this. His hands loosen, pen drops. The chaos outside isn't his. He turns, ignores the buzzing phone, sits again, writes one true line. Not for them, but for himself. A single choice shifts everything, like a river finding its course. These signs begin like this. 7 moments, quiet but clear. If this resonates, write it down. Lesson 1. You feel lost, but not broken. Fog blankets the sea. Thick, endless. No star's guide, no rhythm calls. A ship drifts, rudderless, silent. You've stood here, haven't you? Morning coffee tusses like routine. Phone buzzes, demands stack higher. Emails flood, each one urgent. You scroll, seeking something real. News screams. Chaos never sleeps. You read, but nothing sticks. Life feels heavy, yet strangely empty. You plan the day, meticulous lists. By noon, they're useless paper. You chase clarity, force answers. Meetings drag, voice blur fast. A co-worker's slight cuts deeper. You snap, then regret it. You think this is failure. You push harder, seeking control. Another tab open, another podcast. Wisdom promised, but none delivered. You're not lost because you're weak. You're lost because you're searching. Most run from this fog. They chase lights that aren't there. They think answers lie outside. They refresh feeds, check notifications. Each swipe steals a breath. You've done this. Late at night. Screen glows, eyes burn red. You seek meaning in noise. A friend's post sparks envy. Their life looks clearer, fuller. You compare, then feel smaller. You question every choice made. Was that job the right one? Should you have spoken up? The fog doesn't just blind. It whispers doubts, plants seeds. You doubt your own compass. You felt this after arguments. Words you didn't mean escaped. You replay them over. Sleep slips, thoughts race, wild. You wake, already drained. This isn't just confusion. It's a quiet, creeping loss. Energy leaks, unnoticed, daily. You react to every slight. A stranger's glance feels personal. You clench fists, heart races. You're not steering the ship. The fog is steering you. Most never see this trap. They think busyness is progress. They fill hours, avoid silence. You've done this, haven't you? Worked late to prove worth. Answered texts to stay relevant. Each choice pulls you further, away from your own stillness. The world didn't do this. Your reaction to it did. You check the clock. Midnight. Another day gone, nothing gained. You feel stretched, paper thin. The fog isn't your enemy. It's a mirror, showing truth. You're not broken, but drifting. You've chased the wrong lights. A promotion, a perfect plan. They promised clarity, didn't they? But the fog only thickened. You've stood in crowded rooms. Laughter around, yet you're alone. You smile, but it's hollow. You nod, but don't listen. This is the first sign. Something's shifting beneath the noise. You feel it, don't you? A pull, faint but stubborn. Most ignore it, keep running. They drown in their own haste. You've been there. On autopilot. Days blend, weeks vanish fast. You're busy, but not alive. The fog hides the shore, but it also hides chains. You're not lost, you're waking. This unease isn't failure. It's the first crack opening. You felt this at dawn, lying still before the rush. A moment where truth speaks. You're more than this chaos. But the world pulls hard. It demands your every thought. You give it without question. You've answered calls mid-thought. You've said yes when no burned. Each choice costs something. Your focus, your inner peace. The fog doesn't lift easily. It lingers, testing your resolve. You've tried to outrun it. New goals, new distractions, but they only deepen it. You felt this after setbacks, a missed chance, a harsh word. You carried them too long. They grew heavier, didn't they? This is the silent drain. It's not just time lost. It's your grip on control. You're not weak. You're human. But humans can choose better. The fog shows what's slipping. Your power to stand unmoved. You've let small things rule. A rudi mail, a slight delay. They shouldn't shake you, but they do, don't they? This is where it begins. The fog isn't the problem. It's how you've sailed through. The fog doesn't choose you. You choose how to sail. Marcus Aurelius knew this truth. You have power over your mind, not the waves, not the wind. The world outside is chaos. News screams, deadlines crush silently. You can't silence their noise, but you can steer within. The fog tests your compass. Most lose it, chasing shadows. They seek answers in screens. They beg for external light. But clarity isn't out there. It's in your own stillness. Aurelius sat amid war's roar. Soldiers died. Empires trembled. Yet he wrote, calm, focused. He didn't control the battle. He controlled his own thoughts. You've felt this pull, haven't you? A moment where chaos pauses. You breathe, and truth emerges. The fog isn't your cage. It's a mirror showing you. You've chased the wrong stars. A raise, a perfect schedule. They promised peace, didn't they? But the fog only thickened. Stoics don't curse the storm. They study their own helm. You can't stop the rain, but you can steady your grip. Think of that morning rush. Traffic jams, horns blare loud. You clench the wheel, cursing. Your heart races, anger builds. You arrive, already drained. What did that anger gain? Nothing but a heavier fog. Now imagine this instead. You sit, horns still screaming. You breathe, slow, eyes steady. The chaos isn't your master. You choose your inner response. Aurelius, nothing happens without cause. The fog has a purpose. It strips away false lights. It shows what you've ignored. You've let small things rule. A missed call, a sharp tone. They pull you like tides. You react, then feel smaller. This is where you lose. Not in the fog's depth, but in your scattered focus. Stoics don't seek perfect skis. They build an inner fortress. You felt this late at night. Phone off. World finally quiet. A single thought feels clear. You're more than this noise. But morning comes. chaos returns. You forget that fleeting stillness. The fog isn't your enemy. It's a teacher, harsh but true. You've stood in crowded rooms. Voices clash, opinions collide. You nod but feel distant. You're there but not present. This is the fog's lesson. You don't need their approval. You don't need their answers. Aurelius wrote for himself, not for Rome's fleeting praise. You've chased that praise, haven't you? A boss's nod, a friend's like, each one a false star. They fade, and fog remains. The Stoic truth is simple. You control only your mind, not the traffic, not the news, not the co-worker's careless jab. You felt this after arguments. Words spill, regret followed fast. You replay them over. You lost because you reacted. The fog didn't force you. You chose to sail blindly. Now picture this moment. A text arrives, sharp, cutting. You type a reply, furious. Your thumb hovers, heart pounds. You pause, just one breath. You delete, set the phone down. The fog didn't win. You did, in that silence. Stoics don't fight the world. They master their own response. You've had these moments, haven't you? A deadline looms, panic rises. You want to scream, to run, but you sit, pen in hand. You write one line, clear. That's where power lives. Not in controlling the fog, but in steering through it. The fog shows your weakness. You've let chaos dictate terms. A stranger's frown sways you. A headline steals your calm. You felt this, scrolling late. Each story pulls you deeper. You forget your own course. Aurelius didn't read the crowd. He read his own soul. You can do this too. When the fog feels thickest, when the world feels loudest, you can choose to pause. You can choose to think. This is the Stoic way. Not to clear the fog, but to sail with dignity. You've lost your way before, chasing goals that weren't yours, pleasing people who didn't care. Each step took you further, away from your own truth. The fog isn't punishment, it's a chance to recalibrate. You've felt this after failure. A plan collapsed, hope faded. You sat, staring at nothing. In that silence, something shifted. You saw what mattered most, not the world's demands, but your own inner compass. Stoics don't fear the fog. They know it reveals truth. You control what you think. You control what you feel. You control what you do. Everything else is noise. You've let that noise rule. A comment, a missed chance. They shouldn't break you, but they have, haven't they? This is the fog's gift. It shows where you've drifted. You're not lost. You're learning. The Stoic doesn't run. He stands, calm, unmoved. You don't need clear skis. You need a steady hand. Start small, right now. Put the phone down. Close the endless tabs. Sit, breathe. Just 1 minute. Feel the fog, don't fight. Write one thing you control. Not the news, not opinions. Your thoughts, your next step. You've rushed through days, haven't you? Meetings, calls, no pause. You thought speed meant progress, but it only thickened fog. Try this at day's end. No screens, no distractions. Ask, what did I choose? Not what others demanded. Write it, see it clear. You've reacted too fast. A sharp email, a slight. You typed, sent, regretted. Next time, wait 10 seconds. Breathe. Let the urge pass. You're not their puppet. You felt this. In traffic. Horns blare. You tense up. You could curse, tailgate, rage. Or breathe. Let them pass. The fog doesn't own you. Your response shapes the course. Start tonight, before bed. List one choice you made. Maybe you said no. Maybe you walked away. Each choice builds your compass. You've chased their approval. A nod. A quick like. It felt good, then faded. Stop seeking their stars. You've got your own light. Try this tomorrow morning. Before the world wakes, sit 5 minutes, silent, no phone, no newsfeed. Ask, what's mine to steer? Not the chaos outside. Your focus, your dignity. You've lost hours to noise. Scrolling, arguing, proving points. None of it moved you. Next time, close the app. Pick up a single page. Read something true, stoic. Seneca's Letters, Aurelius Notus. One sentence can shift you. You've felt trapped, haven't you? Deadlines pile. Expectations crush. You thought you had to act, but you can choose. Stillness. When the fog feels thickest, when the world screams loudest, you can pause. Stay unmoved. Try this. In a meeting, voices clash, tensions rise. You want to interrupt, defend. Instead, listen. Stay calm. Your silence isn't weakness. It's power. Raw. Quiet. You've reacted to slights. A co-worker's jab. A stranger's glance. You carried it all day. Let it go. Right now. Write it down, then burn it. You control what lingers. You've run from this fog. New plans, new distractions. They only pulled you deeper. Now, face it, stand firm. Each day, choose one act. Say no to one demand. Walk away from one fight. You're not fleeing, you're steering. You've felt this at dawn, before the world's weight hits. A moment where truth whispers, you're more than this chaos. Hold that, don't let go. When the phone buzzes, when the email stings, you can choose your response. You've let small things rule. A missed bus, a harsh word. They shouldn't shake you, but they have, haven't they? Now, rewrite that story. Next slide, smile, move on. You're not their prisoner. You've stayed up, replaying failures. A wrong word, a lost chance. It stole your sleep, didn't it? Tonight, write it out. One sentence, then let go. The fog can't hold you. You've tried to outrun it. More work, more goals. But the fog doesn't chase. It waits, patient, revealing. Embrace it, just once. Sit with the unease. You'll find your own light. You felt this after silence. A rare moment, whirled off. You saw what mattered. Not their noise, your truth. Build that moment. Daily. 5 minutes. No distractions. Ask, what's mine to do? You've said yes too often. To tasks, to fights, to chaos. Each yes cost your peace. Say no, just once. Feel the weight lift. You're not lost, you're learning. The fog isn't your end. It's where you find yourself. The fog doesn't lift. You learn to sail through. Lesson 2. Old bonds fade quietly. Man sitzt, Barstuhl cold. Friend laughs, voice too loud. Another joke, sharp, cutting deep. He sips, hides the sting. This isn't new, is it? Years of jabs, brushed off. He speaks, sets a boundary. No more, calm, eyes steady. Friend scoffs, calls him soft. Next week, no calls come. The phone stays dark, silent. He sits, coffee shop empty. Their laughter echoes, now gone. He chose dignity, not comfort. You felt this, haven't you? A bond fading, no fight. You cling, despite the pain. You hold tight, fearing loss. Most do this, don't they? They chase what's already gone. You've called, no answer returned. You've texted, met with silence. You invite, they dodge again. You think it's your fault. You replay old conversations. What did you say wrong? You offer more, try harder. You show up, uninvited. You laugh at their jabs. You nod, though it burns. You've done this, late nights. Checked messages, hoping for one. You refresh, heart sinks lower. You write, delete, write again. You want the old days. when talks flowed, effortless, warm. You think they'll come back. You plan one more meetup. You draft the perfect words. You think they'll fix it. You've sat at empty tables, waiting while they forgot. You've smiled, hiding hurt. You've said, "It's fine." But it wasn't, was it? You felt smaller each time. You gave them your power. You let them shape you. You've stayed in group chats. Their words sting. You stay. You think loyalty means enduring. You think silence means weakness. You've apologized for nothing, just to keep the peace. You felt this after fights. You patched it. They didn't. You carried the weight alone. You've chased fading shadows. You've called old friends, desperate, their voices cold, distant now. You thought you needed them. You thought they defined you. You've checked their posts. Their lives move on, bright. You feel left behind, small. You wonder where you failed. You've planned reunions, unheeded. You've sent gifts, no thanks. You think this is friendship. You think this is love. You've held on too long to people who stopped caring. You've felt this at gatherings. You're there, but not seen. You speak, they don't hear. You leave, no one notices. This is the wrong anchor. You're not losing, you're drifting. You've begged for their time. You've waited for their call. You've shaped yourself for them. You've dulled your own edge. You've felt this after silence. You reached out, no reply. You thought you were nothing. You thought they were everything. You've clung to old promises, words they no longer mean. You've carried their absence like a stone in your chest. You've done this, haven't you? Kept photos, old texts saved. You scroll, relive the past. You think it's still alive. You've stayed, despite the signs. Their indifference screamed. You ignored. You thought you could fix it. You thought you owed them. You felt this at night, alone, replaying their words. You wondered what you lost. You wondered who you were. This is the second sign. You're not failing. You're shifting. You're not weak. You're waking. You've chased their approval. You've begged for their presence. You've let them steer you. Now, you're pulling the anchor. You're not losing them. You're finding your own course. Clinging steals more than time. It erodes your inner core. You hold on, hoping they'll change. You text. No reply comes. You wait. Heart sinks deeper. Each silence chips at dignity. You feel smaller, less certain. You've felt this, haven't you? After a friend's cold shoulder, you smiled, but it burned. You stayed, though it hurt. You thought loyalty meant enduring. But loyalty to what? A bond that's already broken? You've lost sleep over this, replaying their last words. You wonder what you did. You carry their absence heavy. It's not just one friend. It's your sense of self. You've dimmed your own light to fit their fading shadow. You've said yes, too often, to plans that drained you, to jokes that cut deep. You laughed, hid the pain. Each choice cost you something. Your clarity, your inner peace. You felt this at dinners. You're there, but not whole. Their laughter feels like distance. You nod, but you're fading. This is the silent loss. You're not just losing them. You're losing your own voice. You've checked their stories. Their lives shine, yours don't. You compare, feel less than. You question your own worth. This isn't just sadness. It's a slow, creeping drain. You've stayed in their orbit, hoping they'd see you. You gave more, got less. You begged for their time. You felt this after calls. You spoke. They didn't listen. You hung up, feeling empty. You thought you needed them. You thought they held you. But they didn't, did they? You held yourself back. You've carried their weight. Old promises, broken quietly. You've felt this, scrolling late. Their posts spark old wounds. You linger, heart grows heavy. You lose more than connection. You lose your own center. You've stayed, Despite signs, their silence screamed. You ignored. You thought you could fix it. You thought you owed them. This is the hidden cost. You trade your power away. You've felt this at night, alone, replaying their absence. You wondered who you were. You wondered what you lost. Each moment, you cling. You sink deeper into fog. You're not just holding on, you're letting yourself slip. You've done this, haven't you? Kept texts, old photos savet. You thought they'd come back. You thought they'd see you, but they won't, will they? And you don't need them. This is where you break. Not from their leaving, but from your own grasping. Seneca saw this truth clearly. We suffer more in imagination. The pain isn't their absence. It's what you tell yourself. You think they're your anchor. You think they're your worth. But they're not. Never were. You've built them too big. In your mind, they loom. You've let them define you. You've let them steer you. Seneca sat, quill in hand. Friends betrayed, exile lumed. Yet he wrote, calm, steady. He didn't chase their love. He didn't beg their loyalty. He found his own ground. You've chased fading bonds. You've called, no answer came. You thought you lost something. But what if you didn't? What if this is freedom? Seneca. Nothing is ours except time. You've given them your time. Hours, days, years even. You've waited for their nod. You've hoped for their warmth. You've felt this after fights. You patched it, they didn't. You carried the weight alone. You don't need their chains. You've let them pull you. Their silence, their coldness. You thought it was you. You thought you weren't enough. Seneca didn't bow to Rome. He didn't plead for favor. He stood, firm, unmoved. You can do this too, when they don't call back. When they don't show up, you don't need their light. You've got your own fire. You've felt this at gatherings. You're there, but not seen. You speak, they don't hear. You leave, no one cares. This isn't your failure. This is their departure. Seneca knew the truth. People come, people go. You can't control their hearts. You can control your own. You've clung to old promises, words they no longer mean. You've carried their absence like a stone in your chest. You don't need that weight. You've felt this, scrolling late. Their lives move on, bright. You feel left behind, small. You don't need their stage. Seneca wrote for himself, not for fleeting applause. You've chased their approval. A nod, a quick like, each one a false star. They fade, and you remain. The Stoic doesn't grasp. He lets go, stands tall. You've stayed too long, in bonds that no longer fit. You've felt this. After silence, you reached out, no reply. You thought you were nothing. You thought they were everything. They're not, never were. You're the one who stays. You're the one who chooses. You're the one with power. You don't need their chains. Let them go. Stand tall. Start small, right now. Stop checking their stories. Delete that unsent text. Say no to one invite. Feel the weight lift. You've chased them, haven't you? Called, waited, hoped for warmth. Each call stole your peace. Next time, pause, breathe, put the phone down. Ask, do they respect me? Not their words, their actions. You've stayed too long, in rooms that shrink you. You smiled, hid the pain. Now, walk away, head high. Try this, tomorrow morning. Before the world's noise hits, write one name, just one. Someone who dims your light. Don't call, don't text. Let silence do the work. You felt this at dinners. Their jabs land, you laugh. You thought it was strength. It was weakness, wasn't it? Next time, don't laugh. Look them in the eye. Your silence speaks louder. You've begged for their time. Planned meetups, no shows. You felt small, invisible. Stop planning, start choosing. Seek those who see you. You've held old photos, moments that no longer live. You thought they held you. They don't, never did. Put them away, tonight. Your worth isn't in them. Try this. In a group, they talk. You feel distant. Don't force your way in. Listen, stay calm, unmoved. Your presence is enough. You've apologized for nothing, just to keep them close. You thought it fixed things. It didn't, did it? Next time, hold your ground. You don't owe them sorry. You felt this. After silence, no reply. Heart sank. You thought you lost them. You lost yourself instead. Reclaim that. Right now. Say no to one demand. Feel your power return. You've stayed in their orbit, hoping they'd notice you. You gave. They took. You don't need their stage. Step off. Find your own. Try this at day's end. Not scrolling, not checking. Ask, who lifts me up? Write their names, not theirs. Seek them, not ghosts. You felt this. At night, replaying their cold words. You wondered what you lacked. You lack nothing, do you? Let their silence fade. You're not their prisoner. You've said yes too often. To plans that drained you. To fights that broke you. Say no, just once. Feel the fog lift. You've chased their approval. A nod, a quick like. It felt good, then faded. Stop seeking their stars. You've got your own fire. Try this. In a moment. They slight you. You tense. Don't react. Don't speak. Breathe. Let it pass. You control your response. You felt this. After fights. You patched it. They didn't. You carried the weight alone. Drop it. Right now. You're not their anchor. You've stayed, despite signs. Their indifference screamed, ignored. You thought you owed them. You owe yourself more. Try this. Before sleep. Write one truth. Clear. I am enough. Read it. Believe it. You've felt this. At dawn. Before the world's weight hits. A moment where truth whispers. You're more than their absence. Hold that. Don't let go. You've let them pull you. Their silence. Their coldness. You thought it was you. It wasn't, was it? Choose yourself. Just once. Feel your dignity rise. You've clung to old promises. Words they no longer mean. You carried their absence. Like a stone in your chest. Let it fall. Tonight. You don't need that weight. You've felt this. Scrolling late. Their lives shine, yours don't. You compared. Felt less. You're not less. Never were. Close the app. Breathe. You've stayed too long. In bonds that no longer fit. You've felt this. After calls. You spoke. They didn't hear. You hung up, feeling empty. You don't need their voice. You've got your own truth. Empty chairs make room for those who truly stay. Lesson 3. Small doors open unexpectedly. An email lands. Subject line plain. A stranger offers a small project. You skim. Dismiss it fast. Too small, not worth time. You've done this, haven't you? Ignored the quiet chances. A random call. You decline. A coffee invite. You skip. You wait for grand moments. Big wins. Clear paths only. The ordinary person does this. They seek the golden gate. They scroll, chasing big dreams. They say, this isn't enough. They close tabs, delete messages. They think small means worthless. You felt this. At desks. A colleague shares an idea. You nod, but don't listen. You think it's too simple. You've walked past open doors. A flyer for a class. A book left on a bench. You thought they meant nothing. You've ignored small sparks. A stranger's kind word. A fleeting, bold thought. You brushed them off, didn't you? You thought big wins matter. You thought small is failure. The ordinary person waits. They demand perfect timing. They reject what's not grand. They sit, stuck, dreaming big. You've done this. Late nights. Scroll job boards, seeking more. Small offers passed you by. You thought they weren't enough. You felt this. In talks. Someone mentions a side gig. You smile, but don't ask. You think it's beneath you. You've chased the big stage. A title, a corner office. You ignored the small steps. You thought they led nowhere. You've stood at crossroads. A chance to learn. Small. A chance to connect. Brief. You turned away, didn't you? You thought small meant weak. You thought big meant power. The ordinary person does this. They miss the quiet openings. They wait for loud trumpets. They stay still. Life stalls. You've felt this after rejections. Big plans crashed. Hope faded. Small chances came. You ignored. You thought they couldn't save. You've scrolled past invites, a workshop, a meetup. You thought, not now. You thought, not big enough. You've let small doors close. A kind email, unanswered. A fleeting idea, unnådd. You thought they didn't matter. You've done this. At home. A book sits, gathering dust. A journal lise, page blank. You thought they'd change nothing. You've waited for clarity, for the perfect, shining moment. You missed what was there. You missed what was yours. This dismissal has a cost. It builds a silent wall. You stay stuck, unmoving. Each ignored chance compounds. You feel heavier, less alive. You've felt this, haven't you? After months of no progress. You wonder why nothing changes. You blame the world, don't you? But the doors were there. Small, quiet, but open. You walked past, eyes down. You've lost more than time. You've lost your own momentum. You've felt this at work. A small task. You skipped. It could have led somewhere, but you didn't see it. You've stayed in old patterns. Same desk, same complaint. Small chances came, went. You thought they were nothing. You felt this in silence. An idea sparked, then faded. You didn't write it down. You thought it was too small. This isn't just missed chances. It's a slow, creeping stagnation. You've felt this at night, lying awake, mind restless. You know you're not moving. You know you're standing still. You've ignored small wins. A kind word, a new skill. You thought they didn't count. They did, didn't they? You felt this after talks. Someone offered a small lead. You didn't follow up. You thought it led nowhere. You've stayed in your shell, afraid small steps fail. You've let fear steer you. You've let doubt close doors. You've felt this in crowds. Opportunities passed. You froze. You thought you weren't ready. You thought it wasn't time. This is the silent drain. You don't just miss chances. You miss your own growth. You felt this, scrolling late. As for causes, you skipped. They seemed too small. They could have changed you. You've stayed where you are. Same routines, same regrets. Small doors opened. You turned. You thought big was better. You felt this after failures. Big dreams fell. You stopped. Small steps waited, ignored. You thought they weren't enough. You've let small things slip. A call, a note, a chance. You thought they were trivial. They weren't, were they? You felt this at dawn. A new day. Same weight. You know you're not growing. You know you're holding back. This is the third sign. You're not failing. You're waiting. You're not stuck. You're choosing. You've missed the small doors. You've missed your own path. The Stoic sees the door. The ordinary person walks past. Epictetus knew this truth. Use what's in your power. Not the world's grand gates. Not the crowd's loud calls. Small doors are yours to open. The ordinary person waits. They dream of golden keys. They scroll, seeking big wins. They think small is nothing. They miss what's right there. You've done this, haven't you? Ignored a quiet chance. A small email, You deleted. A brief talk. You forgot. The Stoic doesn't wait. He acts, small but steady. Epictetus sat, enslaved once. No freedom, no grand stage. Yet he taught, voice calm. He used what he had. His mind, his own choice. You felt this, at desks. A small task, you skipped. It could have led somewhere. You thought it was trivial. The Stoic sees the spark. He knows small builds big. You've walked past chances. A flyer, a kind word. You thought they meant nothing. They didn't, did they? Epictetus. No small thing. Every act shapes your path. You've chased the big dream. A title, a perfect plan. You ignored the small steps. You thought they led nowhere. The Stoic doesn't chase. He builds, brick by brick. You felt this. After rejections, big plan failed. You stopped. Small doors opened. You turned. You thought they weren't enough. The ordinary person demands. They want the world's nod. They wait for clear signs. They stay stuck, unmoving. The Stoic takes the step. He trusts the quiet door. You've scrolled past invites. A workshop, a small gig. You thought, not now. You thought, not big enough. Epictetus didn't wait. He spoke, though in chains. He shaped minds, not empires. He used what was his. You felt this, in talks. A colleague shares an idea. You nod, but don't act. You think it's too small. The Stoic acts. Always. He knows, small is enough. You've let chance slip. A call, a fleeting thought. You didn't write it down. You thought it was nothing. The ordinary person dreams. They plan, but don't move. They wait for perfect moments. They lose what's in reach. The Stoic sees the moment. He opens the small door. You felt this. At home. A book sits, unread. A journal waits, empty. You thought they'd change nothing. Epictetus. Start where you stand. End of 2. You don't need the world. You need your own will. You've stood at crossroads. A chance to learn. Small. A chance to connect. Brief. You turned away, didn't you? The Stoic doesn't turn. He steps, calm, unmoved. You've waited for clarity, for the shining, perfect gate. You missed what was there. You missed what was yours. The ordinary person complains. They blame the closed doors. They say, it's not enough. They stay still. Life fades. The Stoic doesn't complain. He uses what he has. You felt this, scrolling late. As for courses, you skipped. They seemed too small. They could have changed you. Epictetus didn't seek fame. He taught where he was. He built with small truths. He shaped his own freedom. You've stayed where you are. Some desk, some regret. Small doors opened. You ignored. You thought big was better. The Stoic knows the truth. Big grows from small acts. You felt this. After failures. Big dreams fell. You stopped. Small steps waited. Ignored. You thought they weren't enough. The ordinary person waits. They seek the world's light. They miss their own spark. They sink, heavy, still. The Stoic lights his own. He opens the small door. You've felt this. In crowds, opportunities passed. You froze. You thought you weren't ready. You thought it wasn't time. Epictetus. Act, don't wish. You control what you do, not the world's big gates, not the crowd's loud cheers. You've let small things slip. A note, a kind email. You thought they were trivial. They weren't, were they? The Stoic doesn't wish. He works with what's here. You felt this. At dawn, a new day, same weight. You know you're not moving. You know you're holding back. The ordinary person dreams. They wait for grand signs. They miss the quiet doors. They miss their own path. The Stoic doesn't dream. He steps, small but sure. You've ignored small wins. A kind word, a new skill. You thought they didn't count. They did, didn't they? Epictetus didn't wait. He used his own mind. He built his own strength. You can do this too. When the door is small, when the chance is quiet, you can choose to act. You can choose to move. The Stoic doesn't need more. He needs only his choice. You felt this after silence. A small idea you ignored. It could have led somewhere. It could have been yours. The ordinary person waits. They seek the perfect door. They lose what's in reach. They lose their own momentum. The Stoic takes the step. He opens what's there. You've missed small doors. You've missed your own growth. The Stoic opens the door. You can start right now. Answer that small email. Say yes to one invite. Write down that fleeting idea. Act. Don't wait for more. You've ignored chances, haven't you? A call you let ring. A workshop you skipped. You thought they were nothing. Try this. Today. Small. Reply to one message. Not the loud, urgent one. The quiet, overlooked one. You've waited for big wins. A promotion, a clear path. You missed what was here. Take one step. Now. You felt this at desks. A colleague's idea you ignored. You thought it was small. Ask them about it today. The Stoic doesn't wait. He moves, calm, deliberate. You've walked past flyers. A class, a new skill. You thought, not now. Sign up, just one. Feel the shift begin. You've let sparks fade. A stranger's kind word. A thought in the shower. You didn't act, did you? Carry a notebook, always. Write one idea, daily. You've scrolled past chances. A course, a meetup. You thought they were trivial. Enroll in one, tonight. The Stoic builds momentum. He starts where he stands. You've stayed in routines. Same desk, same regret. A small door opened. You closed it, didn't you? Try this. Tomorrow morning. Before the world's noise hits. Do one small thing. Email or contact. Ask. You felt this. In talks. A lead. You didn't chase. You thought it led nowhere. Follow up. Just once. You've waited for clarity. For the perfect, shining gate. You missed what was yours. Act on one chance. Now. You've felt this. At home. A book sits. Gathering dust. You thought it had changed nothing. Read one page. Tonight. The Stoic doesn't dream. He works with what's here. You've ignored small wins. A kind word. You forgot. A skill. You didn't try. Say thank you. Learn it. You've felt this. After failures. Big plans fell. You stopped. Small steps waited. Ignored. Take one step. Today. You've let doors close. A note. An email. Unanswered. You thought they were small. They weren't, were they? Try this. In a crowd, someone offers a small lead. Don't nod. Ask more. Your action shapes the path. You've stayed where you are. Same complaints, same weight. A chance came. You turned. Say yes, just once. You felt this, scrolling late. An ad for a course. You skipped. Thought it small. Go back. Sign up. The Stoic doesn't wait. He opens what's there. You felt this at dawn. A new day. Same stall. You know you're not moving. Do one thing now. You've let ideas slip. A thought you didn't write. It could have led somewhere. Carry a pen, always. You've waited for big signs. You missed the quiet doors. You missed your own growth. Act. Small but sure. You've felt this. In silence. An idea sparked, then faded. You didn't chase it. Chase one, right now. The Stoic builds with small. He knows it's enough. You've ignored small tasks. A call you didn't make. You thought it was nothing. Make it. Feel the shift. You've stayed in your shell. Afraid small steps fail. You've let fear steer. Step through one door. Today. You've felt this. After talks. A small lead. You dropped. You thought it was trivial. Pick it up, now. The Stoic doesn't wish. He acts, calm, unmoved. You've missed small doors. You've missed your own momentum. Open one, just one. Feel your power return. A crack in the wall is still a door. Lesson 4. Restlessness stirs within. Why does this life feel small? You wake, same bed, same walls. Coffee brews, routine kicks in. You move, but feel stuck. Something pulls, faint, inside. You push it down, don't you? You check emails, scroll fast. Work calls, you answer quick. You say, this is fine. But it's not, is it? You've felt this at desks. Tasks pile, you keep going. You think busyness is enough. You think it's living. You've suppressed that inner stir, that voice, keyed, persist. It whispers, there's more. You drown it, don't you? You turn up the noise. Podcasts, news, endless tabs. You fill hours, avoid silence. You think it keeps you safe. You've done this. At night, lying awake, mind restless. You feel trapped, don't you? This life doesn't fit anymore. You've ignored that feeling. You've called it a phase. You've said, I'm just tired. But it's deeper, isn't it? You've felt this. In crowds. Laughter around. You're distant. You smile, but it's hollow. You're here, but not here. You've pushed the restlessness down. You've chosen comfort, not truth. You've stayed in old patterns. Same job, same arguments. You think this is stability. You think this is control. You've felt this at dawn, before the day's weight hits. A moment where truth speaks. This isn't what you wanted. You've silenced that voice. You've buried it, haven't you? With tasks, with distractions, with I'll figure it out. You've done this. On commutes, staring out, mind drifting. You feel the pull, faint. You turn the music louder. You've stayed in your shell, afraid to face the stir. You think it's dangerous. You think it's reckless. You've felt this after fights. Words spilled. You regret. You know it's not you. You know you're meant for more. You've ignored that spark, that urge to break free. You've called it impractical. You've called it a dream. You've done this at home. Dish done, TV on. You sit, but feel empty. You know something's missing. You've pushed it away. You've chosen the known. You've stayed in old clothes. This life, too tight now. You've felt this, scrolling late. Others shine. You don't. You compare. Feel less. You know you're not growing. You've suppressed that restlessness. You've feared what it means. You've thought, I'm not ready. You've thought, I'm too old. You've done this. In silence. A moment, no distractions. The truth rises, doesn't it? This life isn't yours. You've buried that feeling. You've worked harder, stayed busy. You've said, this is enough. But it's not, is it? You've felt this. At work. Meetings drag. You're elsewhere. You know you're not all in. You know you're holding back. You've ignored that inner call. You've feared where it leads. You've chosen safety, not growth. You've chosen chains, not freedom. You've done this. At gatherings, you speak but feel unseen. You laugh but feel alone. You know you're not yourself. You've pushed the stir down. You've feared its raw truth. You've thought, I'll lose everything. You've thought, I'll be alone. You felt this after setbacks. A plan failed. Hope faded. The restlessness grew, didn't it? You buried it, kept moving. You've done this every day. Same steps, same regrets. You feel the pull, faint. You turn away, don't you? You've stayed where you are. Sans desk, sans regret. You know you're not alive. You know you're just existing. You've felt this in moments. A spark you didn't chase. You thought it was nothing. It wasn't, was it? You've suppressed that voice. You feared its loud call. You've stayed in old skins. This life, too small now. You've done this, at night, staring up, heart heavy. You know you're meant for more. You know you're holding back. This is the fourth sign. You're not failing. You're waking. You're not stuck. You're stirring. You've ignored your own truth. You've ignored your own path. Suppressing this stir isn't free. It carves a silent void. You move, but feel heavy. Each day drains you more. You smile, but it's forced. You work, but it's hollow. You've felt this, haven't you? Waking up, already tired. You push through, don't you? But the weight doesn't lift. You've lost your inner spark. You've traded truth for comfort. You've stayed in old routines. Same desk, same small wins. You know you're not growing. You know you're just existing. You felt this at night, lying awake, heart restless. You replay the day's choices. You see where you settled. You've buried that voice, the one that begs for more. You filled hours with noise, meetings, screens, endless tasks. You thought it would fill you. It didn't, did it? You've felt this in crowds. Laughter around, you're distant. You nod, but feel alone. You're there, but not whole. This isn't just a phase. It's a slow, creeping loss. You've dulled your own edge. You've let purpose slip away. You've felt this on commutes, staring out, mind adrift. You know this isn't you. You know you're meant for more. You've stayed in your shell, afraid to face the truth. You've chosen safety, not growth. You've chosen chains, not freedom. You've felt this after fights, words spilled. You regret. You know it's not right. You know you're off course. You've pushed the stir down. You've feared its raw call. You've thought, I'll lose it all. You've thought, I'm not enough. You've done this at home, television on, mind off. You sit, but feel empty. You know something's missing. You've buried that feeling. You've worked harder, stayed busy. You've said, this is fine, but it's not, is it? You felt this, scrolling late. Others shine, you fade. You compare, feel less. You know you're not alive. You've let restlessness fester. It grows, quiet, unseen. It steals your inner peace. It steals your own voice. You felt this at dawn, before the day's weight hits. You know you're holding back. You know you're not yourself. You've stayed in old skins. This life, too tight now. You've pushed it away. You've feared where it leads. You've done this every day. Same steps, same regrets. You feel the pull, faint. You turn away, don't you? You felt this in silence. A moment, truth rises. You know this isn't yours. You know you're meant for more. This is the silent drain. You're not just staying still. You're losing your own path. You're losing your own fire. Marcus Aurelius saw this truth. Look within, find your quality. Don't let it pass unused. The stir isn't your enemy. It's your soul's quiet call. You've ignored it, haven't you? Buried it under noise. Aurelius sat empire burning. Cows raged. He stayed calm. He didn't chase the world. He listened to his core. You've felt this at desks. Tasks pile. You're elsewhere. You know you're not all in. You know there's something more. The stoic doesn't run. He faces the inner stir. You've pushed it down. Thought it was reckless. Thought it was dangerous. But it's not, is it? It's your truth. Waking, Aurelius. You are enough. Your life is yours to shape, not the world's to dictate. You've stayed in old patterns. Same job, same empty wins. You thought it was safety. It was a cage, wasn't it? The stoic hears the call. He doesn't fear the pull. You felt this in silence. A spark you didn't chase. You thought it was nothing. It was everything, wasn't it? Aurelius wrote for himself, not for Rome's fleeting praise. You've chased that praise, a nod, a quick like. You thought it defined you. It didn't, did it? The Stoic doesn't chase. He builds his own fire. You've felt this. After setbacks, a plan failed, hope faded. The restlessness grew, didn't it? You buried it, kept moving. Aurelius didn't bury his. He faced it, pen in hand. He found his own strength. You can do this too, when the stir feels loud, when the pull feels heavy. You don't need their light. You've got your own spark. You've done this. At night, lying awake, mind restless. You know you're not yourself. You know you're holding back. The Stoic doesn't hide. He listens to the truth. You've felt this. In crowds. You're there, but not seen. You speak, but feel small. You don't need their stage. Aurelius, your mind is yours. You control what you follow, not the world's loud noise, not the crowd's empty cheers. You've stayed in your shell, afraid to face the stir. You thought it would break you. It won't, will it? The Stoic embraces it. He knows it's his path. You've felt this. At dawn, a moment, truth whispers. You're more than this life. You're more than this weight. You've buried that voice. You've feared its raw call. You've thought, I'm not ready. You are, aren't you? The Stoic doesn't wait. He steps toward his truth. You don't need to run. Listen to the stir. Start small, right now. Close the laptop. Sit. 5 minutes. No distractions. Ask, what pulls me? Write one true answer. You've buried this, haven't you? Fill days with empty tasks. You thought busyness was enough. It wasn't, was it? Try this. Tomorrow morning, before the world's noise hits. Walk. No phone. Just you. Feel the restlessness breathe. You've stayed in routines. Same desk. Same hollow winds. You know it's not you. Step out. Just once. You've felt this. At night. Lying awake. Mind racing. You know you're not alive. Write one goal. Small. You've pushed it down. Feared where it leads. Thought, I'm not ready. You are, aren't you? Try this. At work. A task feels pointless. Pause, ask. Why am I here? Find one reason. Hold it. You've drowned the voice. With noise, with later. You thought it would fade. It didn't, did it? Take one step today. Read one page. Stoic. Seneca's letters. Aurelius's notes. Let one sentence sink. You've felt this in crowds. Laughter around, you're distant. You know you're not whole. Say no to one event. You've stayed in old skins. This life, too tight now. You thought it was safety. It was a cage, wasn't it? Try this at home. Turn off the television. Sit. Journal one thought. What do I want? You've ignored that pull. Thought it was reckless. Thought it would break you. It won't, will it? Take one small risk. Email a new contact. Ask about a new skill. Feel the stir grow. You've felt this on commutes. Staring out, mind adrift. You know you're not growing. Plan one change, small. You've said, I'm fine. But you're not, are you? You've buried your truth. Uncover it, right now. You've felt this. After fights, words spilled. You regret. You know it's not right. Apologize to yourself. Now, you've stayed where you are. Same steps, same regrets. You feel the pull, faint. Follow it, just once. Try this. Before sleep, write one thing you'll try. Not for them, for you. I'll learn one thing. You felt this. Scrolling late. Others shine, you fade. You know you're not yourself. Close the app. Breathe. You've pushed it away. Feared its raw call. Thought, I'll lose everything. You won't, will you? Take one step, now. Sign up for a class. Watch one Stoic video. Let it spark your fire. You've done this. In silence. A moment, truth rises. You know this isn't yours. Act on it, today. You've stayed in your shell, afraid to face the stir. You thought it was dangerous. It's your path, isn't it? Try this, in a moment. The pull comes, don't hide. Say yes to one urge. Feel your power return. You felt this, at dawn. Before the day's weight hits. A moment where truth whispers, you're more than this life. Hold that, don't let go. You've buried that voice. With tasks, with distractions. You thought it would quiet. It didn't, did it? You've stayed in old patterns. Same job, same arguments. You know you're holding back. Break one pattern, now. You've felt this, after setbacks. A plan failed, hope faded. The restlessness grew, didn't it? Embrace it, right now. You've said, I'll wait. But you won't, will you? You've ignored your own spark. Light it, just once. You've felt this, in crowds. You speak, but feel small. You know you're not yourself. Step away, find your voice. You've stayed too long, in a life too small. You know it's not enough. You know you're meant for more. Restlessness is your soul, knocking, calling you home. Lesson 5. You crave deeper growth. You wake, same routine, again. Coffee brews, phone lights up. You scroll, avoid the mirror. You know you're not growing. You stick to old habits. Same shows, same complaints. You say, this is enough. But it's not, is it? You've done this, at work. Tasks done, no questions asked. You follow, don't lead. You think it's safe. You've stayed in old ways. Same desk, same small wins. You avoid the new path. You avoid the hard truth. You've felt this. At night, lying awake, mind restless. You want more, don't you? But you don't move. You've skipped new skills. A book you didn't open. A course you didn't take. You thought, not now. You've done this. In talks. Ideas spark. You nod. You don't act, do you? You let them fade. You've stayed comfortable. Same friends. Same arguments. You know they hold you back. You stay, don't you? You felt this. Scrolling. Others grow. You watch. You compare. Feel small. You don't change, do you? You've avoided hard questions. What do I really want? You push it away. You think it's too late. You've done this. At home. Television on. Mind off. You sit, but feel EMPT. You know you're not alive. You've stuck to old patterns. Same job. Same excuses. You say, I'm too busy. But you're not, are you? You felt this, in silence. A moment, truth rises. You know you're meant for more. You ignore it, don't you? You've stayed in your shell, afraid to learn, to try. You think failure will break you. It won't, will it? You've done this. At dawn, before the day's weight hits, you feel the pull. Faint. You turn away, don't you? You've skipped small steps. A journal you didn't write. A voc you didn't take. You thought they were nothing. You felt this. After setbacks. A plan failed. You stopped. You didn't try again. You didn't grow, did you? You've stayed where you are. Same steps, same regrets. You know you're not yourself. You know you're holding back. You've done this. In crowds. Others shine. You fade. You speak, but feel small. You don't rise, do you? You've avoided the work of becoming. You feared it was hard. It is, but it's yours. You felt this. At desks. Tasks pile, you coast. You know you're not all in. You know you're meant for more. You've stayed in old loops. Same fights, same fears. You thought it was life. It was stagnation, wasn't it? You've done this. Every day. Same steps, same weight. You feel the craving, faint. You turn away, don't you? You felt this. In moments. A spark you didn't chase. You thought it was nothing. It was everything. Wasn't it? You've stayed comfortable. Same habits, some regrets. You know you're not growing. You know you're holding back. This is the fifth sign. You're not failing. You're craving. You're not stuck. You're stirring. You've ignored your own growth. You've ignored your own fire. Sticking to old habits costs. It dulls your inner edge. You move, but don't grow. Each day feels heavier, smaller. You smile, but it's hollow. You work, but it's empty. You've felt this, haven't you? Waking up, already drained. You push through, don't you? But the spark doesn't come. You've lost your own fire. You've traded growth for comfort. You've stayed in old routines. Same desk, same small wins. You know you're not alive. You know you're just existing. You felt this at night, lying awake, mind restless. You replay the day's choices. You see where you stalled. You've buried that craving, the one that begs for more. You've filled hours with noise, television, apps, endless scrolling. You thought it would fill you. It didn't, did it? You felt this in crowds. Others shine, you fade. You nod, but feel distant. You're there, but not whole. This isn't just a rut. It's a slow, creeping void. You've dulled your own purpose. You've let potential slip away. You've felt this on commutes, staring out, mind adrift. You know you're not growing. You know you're meant for more. You've stayed in your shell, afraid to try, to fail. You've chosen safety, not truth. You've chosen chains, not freedom. You felt this after fights, words spilled. You regret. You know it's not you. You know you're off course. You've ignored that hunger. You've feared what it demands. You've thought, I'm too late. You've thought, I'm not enough. You've done this at home. Lights on, soul off. You sit, but feel empty. You know something's missing. You've buried that craving. You've worked harder, stayed busy. You've said, this is fine. I am. But it's not, is it? You've felt this, scrolling late. Others rise, you watch. You compare, lose your spark. You know you're not living. You've let stagnation settle. It grows, quiet, unseen. It steals your inner strength. It steals your own voice. You've felt this at dawn, before the day's weight hits. You know you're holding back. You know you're not yourself. This is the silent drain. You're not just standing still. You're losing your own path. You're losing your own light. Seneca saw this truth clearly. Keep learning, keep living. Growth isn't a destination. It's who you become. You've ignored that craving, buried it under routine. Seneca wrote, faced with death, exile loomed. He stayed sharp. He didn't stop seeking. You felt this at desks. Tasks pile. You coast. You know you're not all in. The Stoic doesn't settle. He sharpens his own soul. You've pushed it down. Thought growth was for others. Thought you were done. You're not, are you? Seneca, you are never too old. Your mind is yours to forge. You've stayed in old ways. Same job, same empty loops. You thought it was enough. It's a cage, isn't it? The Stoic seeks growth. He answers the inner call. You felt this in silence. Our spark, you didn't chase. You thought it was fleeting. It was everything, wasn't it? Seneca wrote for eternity, not for fleeting applause. You've chased fleeting praise. A nod, a quick like. You thought it defined you. It didn't, did it? The Stoic doesn't chase. He builds his own core. You've felt this at night, lying awake, mind restless. You know you're not growing. You know you're meant for more. Seneca, life is long enough. If you use it well, you've wasted hours, haven't you? Scrolling, avoiding the work. You thought it was rest. It was stagnation, wasn't it? The Stoic seeks truth. He sharpens his own mind. You've stayed in old patterns. Same job, same empty loops. You thought it was safety. It was a cage, wasn't it? Seneca didn't stop learning. Faced with exile, he wrote, he grew, despite the chains. You've felt this in talks. Ideas spark, you nod. You don't act, do you? You let them fade. The Stoic doesn't wait. He seizes the small spark. You've ignored that craving. Thought growth was for others. Thought you were too late. You're not, are you? Seneca. Begin at once. Oh, your life is yours to shape. You've stayed comfortable. Same friends. Same complaints. You know they hold you back. You stay, don't you? The Stoic doesn't settle. He seeks what lights him. You felt this, scrolling. Others grow. You watch. You compare. Lose your spark. You know you're not living. Seneca wrote under pressure. He didn't wait for peace. He found it in growth. You've avoided hard questions. What do I really want? You push it away. You think it's too big. The Stoic starts small. He builds his own path. You've felt this. At dawn, a moment, truth whispers. You're more than this life. You're more than this weight. You've buried that hunger. You've feared its raw call. You've thought, I'm not ready. You are, aren't you? Start small, right now. Open one book, tonight. Read one page. Stoic. Seneca's letters. Aurelius' words. Let one sentence sink. You've stayed still, haven't you? Same routines, same regrets. You thought it was enough.